Welcome back to Open Everyone in collaboration with the Clemente Soto Vélez and Teatro Sea. They're going to be hosting the 5th edition of Arte pa' mi Gente, Arts for All Festival. This year's theme is Noche Plena, a celebration of Puerto Rican plena, and it'll feature film, food, live music, and theater productions. And joining us to tell us more about the event, we welcome Teatro Sea Associate Marketing Director Nicole Morales, along with participating performers from Plenòpera del Empache Opera, Samuel Garcia y Zuli Ralat. I said that right?
Yes.
That was a bit of a tongue twister.
It's like me.
You're going to have to give me some opera warm-ups. Pero Plenòpera. Well, we're going to talk about that in a minute, but welcome back, Nicole.
Yeah, thank you for having me.
And thank you for being here. Thank you for the wonderful work that Teatro Sea puts together. I mean, I think it's so important for us to continue honoring our culture, but by the same token, innovating it too, right?
Absolutely.
So let's talk a little bit about how this one came into fruition.
Yeah, absolutely. So Arte pa' mi Gente is a festival that we do. We work in conjunction with Le Clemente Soto Vélez building, and we host it. It's an outdoor free community festival. This year it's 3 days from August 2nd to 4th, and each night will feature artisanal vendors, food, refreshments. We'll also have Plenòpera del Empache with Sue and Samuel, and we'll also have a documentary double feature which will highlight plena culture. One is presented by Centro for Puerto Rican Studies from Hunter College, and the other by Tito Matos, and which he will also be coming from Puerto Rico to perform, along with, it's going to be Tito Matos en la Máquina en Sulal, along with Los Pleneros de la 21 and Danza Fiesta. So we're going to be celebrating plena, Puerto Rican culture, and the different intersections within the Latin identities in New York.
That's wonderful. And, you know, when we're done meeting, after we get to meet the Plenòperas. I just love the word.
Yeah.
We're going to talk a little bit about what it takes to make this all free, because that's a big deal, the fact that the event itself is free. But I want to get to know you guys. First of all, I don't think I've ever heard of Plenòpera.
Plenòpera.
Right? So plena in opera.
Exactly. This is exactly, because what we do is we take the structure of the opera, but we add, instead of opera, we sing plena, or we sing using the plena as a music. So, and plena, for those that don't know plena is we have that the
Puerto Rican?
It's a Puerto Rican kind of street journalism. So the idea is that everything what happened in Puerto Rico is sung through the plena. It's a part of the culture of Puerto Rico.
Right, that's like Radio Bemba.
Exactly. Exactly.
Exactly, and it's always good to point out that the play was written by Santiago Lavandero in 1973, and is one of the very important figures of theater in Puerto Rico. And with this performance, it's an honor, it's an homage to him, and obviously we need to give this to our future generations. So that's why we're doing it.
No, it's important. It's important. And of course, the fact that I've never heard of Plenòpera, I'm super excited about it. And when you say you do it in opera presentation, are we referring to like the painting of the face and everything as well?
Yeah, I mean, this is a kind of, it's a very colorful in terms of cultural content, because, I mean, there's 45 minutes of knowing the culture of Puerto Rico through the plena. So we'll be singing during the whole show, knowing a little bit the different kind of plena, the instruments that are played in the plena.
Right, which are the pandereta, right?
Los panderos.
There are three kinds,
Okay.
but we won't give you more details. You have to go.
Surprise!
Yes.
All right, but can we have a little taste of plena?
Yes, of
absolutely.
course.
So one of the examples, for instance.
Exactly. In the beginning of the show, we explain a little bit this about plena. So we say that, for example, everything is sung in Puerto Rico. So, for example, if the bishop comes to Puerto Rico, we will start to sing.
Mamita, llegó el obispo de Roma. Mamita, si tú lo vieras, qué cosa linda, qué cosa mona.
And there's something happening in the street, and there was a fight between two girls, and we start singing.
Cortaron Elena, cortaron Elena, cortaron Elena y se la llevaron para el hospital.
And then the torment comes to the island. So what we do? We start singing.
Temporal, temporal, allá viene el temporal, 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 allá viene el temporal. ¿Qué será de mi Borinque cuando llegue el temporal? ¿Qué será de Puerto Rico cuando llegue el temporal?
And the whole show goes through singing all what happened in Puerto Rico.
Oh my gosh, I just want to get up and dance. The beauty of the way we do communicate is through music and
Exactly.
festivity, regardless of the circumstances.
Yes, yes, we use that. Exactly. We actually use it to tell
Communicate.
and teach and communicate
Yeah.
everything that is happening. And that what is so powerful about our country.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yes,
Exactly.
Yes, we made an example.
Exactly.
Oh,
So,
yes.
I know the festival is taking place throughout the August 2nd and August 3rd, but
And August 4th.
and August 1st.
Yeah.
So when are you guys going to be performing, and what are the time slots?
The 3 nights.
Oh, you're going to be every single night?
Yes.
Great,
Yes.
that's
Yeah.
wonderful.
At 7
So what-
p.m.
7 p.m.?
7 p.m.
All right. Oh, lovely. You can't see it this day, you see
Yes,
it that day. and
exactly.
the
Doors
next.
are open at 6:30.
Yep.
At 7 we go on, and then we finish at 7:45, and then at 8 we have
Our musical guests.
our musical guests every single night, and then you have all the vendors and all the
Yeah.
artists that
And
are
it's
going to be
kid
there.
friendly, I just want to
Yes.
mention
Yes,
that.
of
Yes.
course,
It's
of
We
a
course.
invite
family
any
affair.
and all to
Yeah.
come.
And so, Nicole, what time does the entire festival begin throughout the day?
At 6:30, with the exception of Saturday, which will start at 3. Saturday is the only portion that will be indoors from 3 to 6. We'll have our double feature films being showcased.
And what are these films?
So the first film is Plena's work, Plena's Song, which is presented by Centro for Puerto Rican Studies. And that is a film that showcases the origins, history, and use of Plena. It's a really, really beautiful film that they got from their archives, and we're really lucky to present. The other one is Tito Matos Los Plenazos Callejeros, which tells the story of Plena as it's evolved to today's form, kind of taken to the streets as we were discussing, which I think is an exceptional film, and we're really lucky to have that
Are they
as
both
well.
shorts or are they features?
They're both about an hour long, I would say.
Okay, so they can see one and or the
Absolutely.
other.
So we'll
and
be
or both.
playing them back to back.
Right, and then it's going to be in the afternoon.
Exactly.
So they're matinees.
Yes.
Yes. Lovely. This is
Yeah.
lovely. So what I did want to ask before we go is how is Teatro Sea able to make this free to the public?
We're really lucky that we have a lot of support from our New York City Council members. We really like to give thanks to them and our sponsors for making this happen. Each year, we really strive to not only have ticketed events that we have throughout the year with our theater productions in our regular season, but we also want to make the arts accessible for all. And that is how Arte Pa' Mi Gente was started, so that our community can celebrate ourselves, but as well as integrate the different cultures and invite others to watch and make it free. And
Beautiful.
accessible.
I love it. And preserve our history.
Absolutely.
Thank you. And thank you for always bringing it here to our audience. Nicole, Sue, Sam, I'm looking forward to doing a little Plena with you next weekend. Bravo. You guys, if you want to be part of Arte Pa' Mi Gente, the festival that's taking place August 1st through the 4th, and that's happening at Clemente Soto Velez building located at 114 Norfolk Street. And if you're interested in more information, you can visit teatrosea.org. And by the way, for those who have been following the Puerto Rican protests, Ricardo Rosselló has publicly resigned, but the resignation will officially go into effect August 2nd. Victory to the Puerto Rican people of the island and the diaspora. Well done. All right, we have to take a quick break, but when we return, we'll sit down with some contestants from this year's 2019 Mr. Organization competition. You don't want to miss that. Don't go anywhere.